their businesses. Musnaed has the solution. Musnaed is an electronic platform that facilitates labor recruitment procedures by introducing a bundle of electronic services. International contracting system, e-Tawthiq, is one of its major services. It facilitates contracts and agreements between local recruitment agencies and non-Saudi manpower agencies by introducing partnership contract feature, which enables fast and easy electronic contracting between both parties. Additionally, each recruitment agency can have multiple sub-users with different authority levels assigned for each employee working on the system. Saudi recruitment agencies can also use the system to enter their accredited representatives' information in foreign countries, so they can be recognized by Saudi embassy staff when processing their requests. e-Tawthiq also has candidates listing feature HR pool, where non-Saudi manpower agencies will post CVs of all domestic labor ready for employment, allowing Saudi agencies to choose a CV that matches the desired job requirements, and then obtaining the approvals of the related authorities prior to finishing the process. The system also provides the users a chance to address complaints and disputes on their counterparts in order for related authorities to take appropriate actions. All of these features and tools e-Tawthiq has provide multiple benefits: full control and governance on the contractual process, eliminating black markets and ensuring the minimization and elimination of all illegal activities, providing an authenticated source and information about Saudi domestic labor, automating procedures for faster processing. Musnaed, the domestic labor program. For more information, please visit musnaed.gov.sa.
Thank you all for listening. The previous video has summarized the whole journey, but we will dig deep into the system activities and pages one by one. We will start with the partnership contracts page, as we will have in the next slide. But we would like to give you a brief about partnership contracts. Partnership contract is considered a very important step and a prerequisite for any employment activity between the Saudi office and the external office, as both offices, the Saudi and the Pakistani office, should have a partnership contract between them in order to be able to proceed with the next domestic labor recruitment activities. So the system has a page that allows the external office, Pakistani office, to receive all the partnership contracts from the Saudi office, and then can process the employment activities. As we see in this page, there are several statuses associated with each contract, starting with the pending status. If the contract is under pending status, this means that the PRO has sent a partnership contract to this EPRO, meaning that me as an EPRO should take an action for this pending request by either approving the request or rejecting it. Contract status would turn to approved, and if the EPRO user rejects the request, then the partnership contract status would turn to rejected. If the contract status is approved, then the EPRO can have the option to send cancellation to the PRO. If user confirms the action, then the cancellation request would be sent to the Saudi Recruitment Office for approval. If the Saudi Recruitment Office approves the cancellation request, then the partnership contract would turn to cancelled. Otherwise, it would remain the same as the previous status, which was approved. In case the contract status was cancellation pending and the cancellation request was sent by EPRO, then EPRO can be able to undo the cancellation by clicking on undo cancellation, and the contract status would be turned to the previous status, which was approved. If we filter the results based on the cancellation pending contract, then we would view the different cases of the cancellation pending contract. As we see here, it is easy to differentiate between the contracts that have been requested to cancel by PRO or by EPRO. For example, in the first case, it is clear that the cancellation request was sent by the Saudi Recruitment Office because of the accept and reject button, meaning that me as an EPRO should take an action with the cancellation request by either accepting the cancellation request, so that status would turn to cancelled, or reject the cancellation request so that the status would turn back to be approved. And in the second and third cases, it is clear that the cancellation request was sent by me as an EPRO because of the undo cancellation request. So if the contract status remains cancellation pending, and I, as an EPRO, was the one who sent the cancellation request, I can undo the cancellation by clicking on undo cancellation. EPRO user can be able to view the history of all the statuses that the contract has been through by clicking on the notifications button. User can then view the statuses of the contract starting from the first status at the button. The contract status started by approval pending, and it was sent by PRO at a specific date and specific time. After that, the status of the contract was turned to approved, and action was taken by the EPRO. This value represents the name of the username that took this action, represented by the specific date and time of this action, until the last status, that is the current status now, which is approved, and action was taken by the EPRO under this username and in this exact date and time. EPRO can easily filter the partnership contract requests by sorting the creation date, either by newest or oldest, or by searching the contract that has been received by a specific PRO or Saudi Recruitment Office. For example, if we select the name of this PRO, then the system would display all the partnership contract requests that have been received by this PRO. Multi-PRO selection is enabled. User can also search for contracts under a specific PRO by entering the PRO's license number, or by specifying the creation date of the contract by setting a specific creation date value. User can also search for a specific contract by entering the partnership contract number. And the system would filter the results based on the user's selection. User can easily unselect specific filters by just clicking on the X icon.